So today's video is actually not at all what I planned for today's video to be. This is a complete surprise, even to me, because yesterday, the Wheel of Time was at Comic-Con, of course they were, and they released a behind-the-scenes sort of, I don't know what to call it, like a sizzle reel? I don't know, some sort of behind-the-scenes video with lots of stuff from Season 2. And Pez, Bree, and I had made plans to get together and do kind of a secret, kind of a surprise video, although if you're in my Discord, you've heard us talk about it, so it's not really that much of a secret or surprise, but we were planning on doing a completely different video, but because that was released, we had to talk about it. We're massive nerds. Of course we're going to talk about it. So that's what this video is going to be. It's going to be me, Pez, who, as I've mentioned before, is, she studied costume design. She's an expert in costumes. And Bree, who is a best-selling author, has books published by Tor, the publisher of The Wheel of Time. And we are going to be talking about breaking down, over-analyzing, the behind-the-scenes video. That's what this is. This is only going to be part 1 because, once again, apparently if you put me, Bree, and Pez in a room, we talk a lot. So this is going to be part 1. I think it's probably going to be 3 parts. But yeah, so, book spoilers. In this part 1, almost all the way through to the end of the series. Just gonna say, if you have not finished the book series, this is not a safe video to watch. So spoilers for the first season and for the entire series, Wheel of Time. So yeah, you have been warned. And with that out of the way, let's get to it.
Let's be nerdy, babe. Let's be nerdy, let's be nerdy. Let's be nerdy, babe. Let's be nerdy, babe. Let's be nerdy, let's be nerdy, babe.
Thank you guys so much for coming back. I'm so excited. So look at these IEL girls. It goes so fast.
It is so fast. It's so short.
It's really fast.
Yeah. You got
White Cloaks into
White
fog.
Cloaks. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. White Cloaks going into fall. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the dusty
Torture
wheel of torture. Yes. And this is not an IEL. That is obviously
White Cloak who haunts my nightmares. And
yeah, you. And there's
my background.
Your background.
And here we have the Shanchan.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Shanchan. That must be the Shanchan.
Rand starting stuff on fire.
Shaved head Rand.
Moraine
seems to have lost her coat. Yeah,
Rand.
Oh God. Don't tell me.
know.
Min is causing me so many problems. I am so attracted to show Min. I don't know what to do.
Boys.
Yeah, okay. It's so fast into the shirtless land! The shirtless land!
Oh my God.
All the things! Okay.
I can't believe we had like multiple hour meltdowns over that, like 20 seconds.
It's like back to season 1.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
But I mean, The Eye of the World was published in 1990? So yeah, it's 20 seconds, but you've been waiting 20 years.
Yeah.
30 years.
30 years. Okay, this is why I don't do math.
It's been a minute.
Years.
A little less time for me because I only found out about it like last year, but I'm still excited.
Fine, fake fan,
I
Johnny
know.
come lately.
I have to do my job as an Amazon shill, right?
Let's all go around the room and talk about the best thing Amazon has paid us.
Right. Well, I had this, Amazon gave me this incredible perk where if I pay them a certain fee every month, they ship me stuff for free. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I think they one time sent me a box of fancy men's shaving cream that I didn't order.
Oh, well, there you go. Now you know.
Yeah,
I guess that's the going rate.
That's the going rate
From 7 years ago.
All right. We are beginning on the beach.
Moraine has given Lan back his pants.
Yes! I was going to save that for when he was shirtless, because that's the only thing we can really talk about in this.
Tight pants or blight pants?
Yep, there he is. He's got his pants back. This is not an outfit I think we've seen Moraine in.
It isn't, for sure.
Yeah. So
no, that's a wild skirt.
And
But
we see her again in this outfit in the behind the scenes
yes,
footage, but she's not wearing the blue jacket anymore.
I was going to point that out.
Yeah.
Yes, she's lost her jacket. Where I have a screenshot of it somewhere. There it is. Yeah. She's taken off her jacket. And it doesn't seem to be, well, maybe she's holding it there. But
She could be holding
She's
it.
still got her knife. There's a lot of volume to this, like the skirt.
It makes me think of something that I don't think has happened yet in the books.
Which is?
It's more like what a wise one would wear.
Yeah, you're right. That is
because it's the blouse and the skirt.
The bulky skirts. They call them bulky skirts.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Starting with the beach, I thought, oh, well, we ended season 1 with the beach, and now Moraine and Lan are investigating what the hell happened.
Yeah.
That is very nothing there beach. Like
I was just gonna say
washed clean.
Everything is
you're
gone.
you're using the exact words I was about to say. Yeah, this is
scoured
clean
is
beach.
what I would.
Yes.
Yeah. Breaking news! Last night in a Q&A on Twitter, Rafe Judkins confirmed how waves work. So
what?
somebody perhaps not tweeting in entirely good faith asked him why the Sean Chan spent all that time smashing one little girl.
Right, I saw him say that she had it coming, and I thought that was hilarious.
But he also said so did all of the cities up and down the coast.
Yes.
Which is how waves work. Waves are area of effect attacks.
Yeah. The next thing I would like to look at.
Avi!
Yes. Has to be a Eula Smart.
Yeah.
And these are the Aiel costumes. And they look a little different to me.
Yes. I'm fairly certain that the armor goes further down their back than it did on the one that we saw for Tigraine. So maternity armor confirmed.
Oh, that's right. I was just going to say maybe just updated, but you're right. Maternity armor. Although, would the Aiel have maternity armor? Because you're not supposed to fight. Although maybe she just customized it.
I mean, you're not supposed to do a lot of things that they do, so I feel like they tell us what they don't want to do and then do it.
And then do it, yeah.
I like what she's got on her back there. It looks like, if you go over, that's clearly to me where spears,
Yes.
It's an interesting spear storage system.
Yes, I was gonna say I love that. Like that is.
Please don't at me, weapons people. I'm calling it a spear storage system.
Spear storage. I mean, yeah, that's how I talk about sports. It's the ball hoop. Oh, yeah. You mean the basket? Yes, the basket. So,
go team sports.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so like this one, obviously the camera is focusing on the clapboard, so we can't see the detail.
Right.
I do feel like you can see some very faint dark lines. I feel like that Avendesora tree motif is going to be.
Yeah. I guess the thing that jumped out to me the most is that Avienda's wounded.
I was going to comment on that. Yeah, she's definitely got something happening down here.
Yeah, and she's got bandages tied around both legs.
A tourniquet or something. Like, this makes me think of that scene from The Dragon Reborn, where, but it isn't Avienda that's wounded in that scene in the books. It's her cousin. I can't remember her name. But, yeah, she's got a tourniquet there. And then, there's a knife. Well, I'm calling it a knife strap. I don't know because there's no knife.
Lots of really fun and interesting leather bits, and also they've got those leather gauntlets on the wrists of the Aiel who has their back to us.
Yeah,
and that would be, I would think, sensible archery protection, perhaps. I mean, not actually real life sensible archery protection, but cool looking fantasy show.
Yes. For the Wheel of Time idol contest, like the parody contest, one of my prizes, I got one of these. Made by Trian, I believe. She made a gauntlet like this, but it's based on lands. And it was, So
that's so cool.
I wore it for when he gave it to me, I wore it for the rest of the day.
That's awesome.
It's really exciting. It's really, really exciting. It's gorgeous. I think her name is Trin, but she does really, really good work. I felt very cool. I said for a while that I was the most well-protected person at WoTCon, but then Critter came out in her Leandra god. She had them on both arms, and I was like, damn it. Now she's more protected than me. So, anyway.
Lob persimmons at her.
Yeah, I lob persimmons.
We do not advocate lobbing persimmons at Critter.
I'm wondering if in, like, this black here would be her shufa inside.
I would assume so, and it also looks like she's got some fairly dark eye makeup on, which would make sense to me for a desert setting for improving your vision. So that's kind of my guess. I thought the most interesting thing, honestly, about this, like, that jumped out at me right away, I thought it was her because of the braids, and somebody had posted a picture of her, just the actor with the braids like that. But I noticed the cage hanging in the background immediately. Yeah. That was what jumped out at me.
Yeah.
And it looks like there might be somebody in it.
Oh, yeah, I think there might be.
It looks like it's occupied to me. It could be that, maybe there's something in there instead, but I feel like it's occupied.
Okay. That is interesting. Yeah, and I agree. I've been assuming this is Eula Smart, Avienda, because of the braids. But I will say, just to put this out, just because they have their hair a certain way in a headshot doesn't mean their hair is going to be that way in the show. This could be dreads, but it's so blurry. It also could be, like, long hair, like straightish hair, which Eula Smart doesn't have. So it would be a wig. But wigs are normal and common in
also, boots, like, I think those are, like, knee-high boots in the flip.
Yep, they are. Yeah. And in the other shot as well.
Oh, yeah.
You can sort of see them there. Yeah.
Oh, and she's also got the spear carrier on her shoulder. You can see it where she's flipping.
Yep.
There it is, yeah. I'm very intrigued by the idea of Avienda being, like, what do you guys think? Do you think that's what they're doing? Or is it that just me reaching?
I kind of hope so, to be honest with you. I mean, not to have her take Gald's place, but maybe she's traveling with him or trying to help him.
I'm intrigued by the possibility. If she is replacing Gald personally, I'm not panicking about that, because I'm personally not invested in Gald the way I know a lot of people are. I think he's a great character, but I'm not like, ooh, no, Gald. But
don't come and get us, Bane and Chiad.
Yeah.
Well, I assumed that was them in the photo with Avienda at the start.
I kind of did too.
Yeah, I think that's Bane and Chiad as well. But if you're right and somebody is in here, which it does look like it's occupied, they could both be in this scene.
Yeah.
Let's see, where do we want to go next?
Anywhere.
Door draw?
Let's try door draw.
Spaghetti!
Door draw. Yes. There he is. There's the Murdral on the door. Or, as was coined by you, the door draw.
The door draw, yes.
Like, in a Jesus-y pose.
Yeah, that's not symbolism.
Nope. Not subtle at all. Not subtle at all. Well, we've got you here, Pez. So let's look at these costumes. These are obviously the Shinaran armor.
Yes.
Interesting stuff that they've happening in there. Is it called a skirt? Like, does it have a special name?
Maybe a tabard.
Ooh.
But it's basically, I think we can call it skirt panels or whatever we want to call it at this point. Knowing exactly what it is would be easier from the front. It reminds me a little bit of some of the Japanese silk armor from the samurai era, where they would have, like, the really high density silk that was really lightweight, and it would deflect arrows when they were riding. It worked kind of like very early, I mean, not really like Kevlar, but kind of like early modern Kevlar. They could catch arrows in it. With those, it's actually a proper cape, but the aesthetics reminds me a little bit of that.
What would this be for?
I'm assuming it's buckling on chest armor.
Okay, because it looks to me like my brain went, oh, that's where your sword goes, but no, because their swords are here.
Right. And interesting that they've got the arrows through the back of the belt.
In the belt, yeah.
That one actually, that gave me pause.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know. I feel like that would break if you tried to take it out, but
it looks neat.
Arrow storage systems, I give it a C.
This is a soldier who is going to get a talking to from his commander in a bit. Like, that is not how you store your arrows. Excuse me.
Quiver, sir.
I did think at first that it was like a sword scenario for like double knives on the back or something, but I think it's just nifty looking armor because they all have a fairly similar one, and I think the weight of that leather piece along the center of the back would maybe help offset any weight from a chest piece. But that is a pure guess.
Okay.
Might make it harder to stab you in the back.
Well, and that would be good too.
Heart.
I'm liking their armor here on the arm. It looks a little more functional than what we saw on the white cloaks.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
not decorative.
It's not LARPing.
Yes.
Working.
It's actually armor. And then, okay, this must be Ingtar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he's fancier. He's definitely, he's got like a metal shoulder.
That's super fancy compared to the rest of them. And also he's in slightly different colors. Like you still see the blue and the yellow in the innermost garment, but his outside colors are very different. I see like maroon or brown in there.
I mean, he's a lord in his own right?
Yes,
and like exactly. I don't believe like Uno is not.
Is he wearing an axe on his back? That might be. Yeah, that might be. That does look like the blade of an axe there.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Because Perrin's certainly not armed.
Perrin does have a sword.
He does have a sword.
Side. Yeah.
Sword and a knife.
And he has the knife. His wife made him.
The sweet knife.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Perrin has something. It probably is a sword there.
Yeah, it does.
That is interesting because this might be where he picks up the axe. Because
I have an axe theory. Actually, we already passed it. Go back to the white cloak.
Okay.
And Avienda.
I
think that's the axe. I think that instead of carrying away an axe made by a beloved mentor, he is going to get a tool of violence from people of violence by doing violence. And it's going to be the triple violence axe.
That is,
an axe cool. Of violence.
I do think now it might be a bow.
You're right. It could easily be a bow. And if it's an axe, I think it's only got a blade on one side. So I'm more inclined to believe it's a bow. Yeah. Just give us a costume book, Amazon. We won't have to sit here doing this.
We are slightly, speaking of mentors, burying the lead here.
Yeah.
I believe Perrin's mentor is chilling on the left side of the screen.
I was just about to say, now if we're doing, let's look at, this has to be Elias.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, his clothes just look wild to me.
It looks natural. Like piles of skins that were tanned maybe and just piled on top of each other. Yeah, it's haphazard, but thoughtfully haphazard. Yes.
Does that make any sense?
From the Tam and Rand school of making sexy Ugg boot coats.
Yeah, it's like he put it together and then he'd be like, this is uncomfortable, so he'd rip that part. But, leave the parts, as time went on, it became more comfortable because he would figure it out.
And it's not as soft as what Rand has. We don't see fleece or fur.
No.
This is somebody who's a lot harder than Rand. Yeah. Or at least was. I mean, apparently Rand's going through some stuff right now.
What? No. Rand's life is easy sailing.
Emotional torment in My Wheel of Time?
No. He did the hard thing at the end of season 1. He's done.
Nice vacation.
Yep, that's it. Okay, so he's got like a horn.
Like a little horn there and some other stuff, but it's hard to identify.
It's very hard to identify in this shot. But yes. So, that would definitely be a
the fade has white on his face.
Yeah, I had noticed that before, yeah.
I wonder, well, they had very pale faces in season 1, but look at the dark. I wonder if that's supposed to be blood.
Yeah, I just think fade blood, like their black blood, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're not being shy with that imagery at all. Nope.
Nope, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit.
Ingtar's poking the fade.
Yeah. Gotta poke him in his side. Sorry. The religious imagery. I am.
No, we'll save that for Massima.
Yeah. The blood and the water will flow. Okay. Sorry. Catechism, church stuff in my brain. So we got Perrin's got a nice new vest here. I'm pretty sure that's his red shirt from the last
I think
season.
so. Looks like new boots.
Yeah. Nice belt, buckle. Okay. All right.
And the interesting thing about Perrin's vest or doublet or whatever you want to call it, it looks very much like the color and kind of textiles that we saw on Loyal.
Ah, interesting.
In his jacket. So maybe they're using the costume imagery to literally show Perrin struggling toward peace versus war by adopting some Ogier aesthetics. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could also be all kinds of other things.
Because I was noticing like his shoulders are kind of broadening is what I was noticing here at this point. But
in season one, thing with Shinar too. He slumped. His shoulders were always down. He was always sort of leaning a little forward. So
He's
it would be
tall here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be nice to see him looking a little less weighed down.
Yeah. And then the braid watch in me is going, his hair's gotten longer. Okay.
It has. Looks
okay.
Good. And I believe that is more of beard as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm still caught up in the fact that he got a haircut somehow in the ways between Machin Shin and getting out of the ways.
Hey, Pat Zane was in there. He might have been like, bro,
yes,
you need to address this situation.
Okay, well, let's look at our problem for Bree.
I'm very concerned about this dude.
It looks like Ryan Gosling in the Barbie movie is dressed as a white cloak, and I'm very confused by this.
I mean,
I was wondering where you were going with that.
There's a lot going on here, but like because I spent too much time with Pez, all I kept doing is looking at all these tiny, intricate details on this costume and going, he's too important. He's too important. Something's going on here.
You know, that is really fascinating because the white cloaks, especially Valda, but it wasn't just Valda, all of the white cloaks that we saw in season 1, they had a sun stamped on their costumes. That looks more like a crescent moon that has been screen printed onto the sleeves.
No, on the sleeves.
Oh, onto the sleeves.
Yeah. Actually, do you know what it looked like to me? That looks like chains.
Yeah, it could totally be chains.
Okay, yeah, like, but it's like, because it's on cloth, it's like it's mimicking chain armor. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, we're still white cloaks. We're still pretending. We're still LARPing. But like, here's your chain armor. It's woven into your... it's a pattern on your arm.
Yeah, and I mean, just the time it would take to do all of that white and gold paint on the leather, because if you look, the pattern on the leather strap of his shoulder that's holding the axe on, actually, it is, I just noticed that it's holding the axe. Yeah,
this right there, yeah.
That's got the same exact pattern as what's on his chest. I'm pretty sure it's all actually leather and that they've just painted or dyed each of those segments by hand. Like that. No, thank you.
I was just going to say, this is like an imprint of this. Mm-hmm.
I will say it reminded me of stained glass, which I always associate with like churches, you know, like.
And there's arguably some cross shapes in there, which we also do see with the white cloaks in season 1. I mean, they're not being subtle about their influences. Let's just...
Not even a little,
He's got gold. He's got that gold braid. He's got the gold on his chest.
Oh, you know what?
The sunburst,
That stained glass pattern, it also appears on his shoulder pieces.
Yeah.
I hadn't
which are much more intricate. He's got the gold ridging, but like Bornhall just had a gold one. This is like the sort of gold.
This is I'm large and in charge.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking Pedronile.
Yeah, I saw you say
a lot
of
people were like pushing back about this because they find him hot, but I'm like saying, I don't know, guys. This show would do that to us. This show is mean.
Everybody's got a glow up.
Everybody's got to glow up.
I mean, look at Tom.
He's not young. He's not young. Like, look at his face. If you zoom in, I mean, he's got not wrinkles. A young dude. And it's the hair is very, very light. It could be gray.
Mm-hmm.
Blonde going silver.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody else also said, was it Kim Bors?
Okay.
Chim. I don't know how it's said.
Kim. Yeah.
I haven't listened to Gus say it lately.
Yeah. Like Carradine.
So yeah, like the dark friend guy. I mean, I feel like he's got the most sinister vibes. I mean,
he does.
He's not even
all the white cloaks
eating a live bird or a cooked bird or whatever. And
you know
he's freaking me out more than Valda.
Speaking of Valda, look over the axe carrier.
Yeah.
I think we see Valda.
Yeah. That definitely could be him. Yeah, I like, this is gorgeous, this patterning here. You're right. Stained glass. I was trying to figure out what it reminded me of, and that's definitely a stained glass.
Stained glass, or even just like the inlaid mosaics that are sometimes in the floors of the really old churches.
Yes.
Not as frequent in America, but
I know
what you're saying.
Giant axe, which could be the same axe, though I do not think it's the same guy.
No, it doesn't look like the same guy to me, yeah.
But that could be the parent axe there.
Right. Well, and axes are such a strong association with an executioner's weapon.
Yeah.
And maybe these are the ones who are the executioners, whereas maybe Valda isn't always doing things the same way according to regulation.
Yes.
Oh, you know what else would be interesting if the White Cloaks are carrying battle axes? Galad and Perrin, and them both having axes, or maybe Perrin giving up the axe to Galad. I mean, way, way, way later on.
Yeah.
But
especially if it's the Lord Commander's axe that he's been running around with.
Right. And he could hand it back over to him because
and that would give his younger brother more things to be upset about, because he's good with a sword and an axe. I'm gonna go, do something foolish in the middle of a battle.
No. Coward? Never. Just randomly, I hate him so much. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. And like I said, there's going to be more to this. I think 2 more parts. I will try and get them out as quickly as possible for y'all. And let me know what you thought of the behind the scenes clip. What are your theories that you've developed based on the behind the scenes? And what are you looking forward to most in season 2 of The Wheel of Time? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos and you want to support me, I do have a Patreon. It will be linked in the description below. As I always say, and I mean it every time, my patrons, thank you so, so much. You help me in ways that it's really hard for me to express how much it means to me and how much your support helps me. So thank you so very much. And with that, I am going to end this here. So please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Should I zoom in more, or is this a good?
You look good to me. I don't know. It's up to you. Do you want to,